Was it championship one? And we had a BDN championship. It was so good.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take questions on the front row for our student athlete.
Gary Bedore, KC Star. Jalen, Coach Blakeney of Howard said he worked with you at the Combine and really loves your game. Do you remember working with him, and what do you remember about that? And I have a follow-up.
Yeah, for sure. That was the one good thing about the Combine. I was able to work with a lot of different people and coaches and, well-respected man. I appreciate everything that we was able to encounter at the Combine, and it was great.
How anxious are you to play a team outside the Big 12? I know you've been in the grind of the Big 12 forever, just playing somebody else.
Yeah, the Big 12 was the hardest conference in the country this year, the best conference in the country. So really, I'm happy we get to play someone different, get to see something new. So we just got to be ready to play.
You have a question on the right side? Okay, we go up to the front row here on the left side, on the aisle.
Hey guys, Scott Reese, KCTV5, and I'll have a follow-up as well. Jalen, I know you guys have talked about the pressure to repeat, but I'm just wondering, if you guys appreciate how difficult it is, not only to repeat, but to lose 70% of your production from last year and to do what you guys have done and be in that position again.
It's a blessing to be back here as a number one seed, and I don't think anyone really is looking at it as us repeating. I think it's just us going to win it again. As far as this is for something for us, and to do that, it's going to take us winning 2 games at a time each weekend, and understanding every game's going to be a battle, no matter who we're playing, and just appreciate the moment that we're in. It doesn't come too often that you're a number one seed, so it's great to be in this position again and have the opportunity right in front of us to go do it.
Similar question. How does the experience that you guys went through last year, how does that sort of raise the bar for your expectations and you knowing what that feels like to cut down the nets?
Last year we was an older team, so we had a lot of vets, so it was much easier. So we was more together than we was this year because we was vets and stuff. But this year, Jay Will, he's one of the best players in the country. He's leading us, so we just following behind him. It's going to be his last year here, so we just want to try to do our best for him.
Going back right side, Eric Olson, Associated Press.
Thanks, Mike. I don't have to identify myself now. Jalen, wanted to ask you about Coach Self. I guess how's he looking here since he's come back to rejoin the team after his procedure?
He's looking great, feeling great. We were able to talk to him today at practice, and he's excited. We're all excited, and it's great to have him back on the court with us, for him able to coach us, and start off tomorrow with a bang.
Question on the left side.
Hi guys, David Lawrence, Jayhawk Radio. Juan, their point guard, Elijah Hawkins, 47% shooter from the 3. All-conference player. Just talk about that challenge of taking on such a good three-point shooter.
I know he does a lot for his team. He gets in the lane, he shoots it. I think their whole team shoots a lot of threes. I think they got like 3 or 4 guys that shot over 100 threes. So I think tomorrow we got to guard the three-point line and just be ready to come out and play with a lot of energy.
Other questions for our student athletes here? Front row.
Nick Springer, Rock Chalk Sports Talk. I just wonder, after winning the title last year, do you guys feel more or less pressure coming into the tournament this year? How do you think that run last year helps you coming into this year?
I don't feel any pressure at all. That's the beauty of this tournament, is that it's really just one game, a lot of one-game tournaments. This is win or go home. And I just embrace having fun. This is the best time of the year for basketball. Even when I was a kid watching, this is the best time of the year. Just to experience everything, see all the basketball, because I'm not only getting to play, but able to watch a lot of good basketball. So I don't feel any pressure at all. I think we're just here to do what we know how to do, play our basketball, and have fun.
Yeah, basically what Jay Will said, just coming in to play our best basketball, staying together, stay locked in, having coaches back, and then you got to keep winning. We got to win, and then hopefully we can make another great run.
Front row on the aisle.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm just wondering, with Coach Self still not quite ready, obviously, to do media here, and certainly from our vantage point, the uncertainty. I'm just wondering, what's it been like for you guys the last couple of weeks? I know how important he is to you, how much important he is to the program. What's it been like for you with sort of the uncertainty of Coach's role as we head into this tournament?
Oh, we know Coach's role. He'll be coaching. He's doing everything that he's been doing. He was down for a while for the Big 12 tournament, but he's back. He's energized and excited, and ready to get this going again. And, we're super excited to have him back. So we know we'll have him.
Time for one more question here on the left side.
Good.
And then we'll go take your question up front row, and that'll be it.
Guys, probably 2 weeks ago, we were on a 7-game run of wins. A couple losses to Texas, and now a lot of people are picking us to get upset early in the tournament. Does that provide an extra edge that there are some doubters out there, just from both of you?
Nah, doubters is always a part of this tournament. I remember last year going to the Final Four, they gave us the worst percentage, or at least to win it all, and we ended up winning. So, all those people who make percentages are people who are not on the court with us. We control what we can control, and and how hard we play and how together we are, and we could care less about what someone thinks that we're gonna do. Upsets happen every single year, so I'm not saying it can't happen to anyone, but we're confident what we can do, and we don't really look to percentages and what people have us.
Yeah, we don't really think about no doubters. We see a lot of stuff, but we just play our game and stay true to what we are. Kansas. We get a lot of hate sometimes, so people gonna try to be on the downside of us. But we just gotta stay together and stay to who we are.
Final question in the front row.
Maddie Hartley, University Daily Kansan. Jalen, knowing this is your last run in the tournament, are you just kind of taking it all in?
For sure. I've been having fun with it all year, and to be at this point, number one seed in a great position and the best time to play basketball is exciting. And I just want to embrace it all game by game and just soak it all in. So it's gonna be fun.
Thank you, guys. Best of luck. We have with us assistant coach Norm Roberts, the Kansas University Jayhawks, defending national champs. We'll play Howard at 1 o'clock tomorrow. 27-7 record, Big 12 Conference regular season champs. We've had the tournament here in Des Moines 3 times, and Kansas has been the top seed 3 times. So welcome back to Des Moines, Coach.
Well, we love coming here. Des Moines has been very good to us, and we know all the best places to eat. So it's been good.
This time we'll take questions. Please raise your hand. We have a microphone holder. Front row, left side.
Hey, Coach. Scott Reese, KCTV5. Two-part question. First, as a guy who's been around and doing this as long as you have, maybe just some perspective on how difficult it is to defend a national title.
Well, it is difficult, but the tough thing is that when you're at Kansas, I shouldn't say the tough thing, the good thing is when you're at Kansas, you're always getting everybody's best shot every single time you play. So it's just added on to us being national champions and those things. And we haven't really talked about that a ton. What we've talked about is staying in the moment and playing for now. This is a different team. What we accomplished last year was fantastic. We enjoy it. We're honored by it, but we also understand it's a whole new situation. If
you'll indulge me one more kind of big picture, how has it been so, I don't want to say seamless, but you lose 70% of your production from a national title team, and yet here you are, number one seed. That's not easy to do. How has this group been able to kind of pick up where you left off and make it look seamless?
Well, it's not seamless, but I would say, our motto at our place is faces change, expectations don't. And our guys understand that. We know, and the one thing that we have is, we have a great coach, and he utilizes his team in the best way, and he figures out a way that's going to be best for that particular group. We played a certain way last year that was very good for that team, and this year we had to tweak things and play a little bit differently, and Coach Self is never afraid to do anything like that, and our guys have really responded.
I'm going to stay on the left side. Go ahead.
Hey, Norm, David Lawrence, Jayhawk Radio. just talk about finally getting out of the conference and playing someone else, and a rundown of Coach Blakeney's team. Obviously, they like to get out and run and shoot threes, and do they remind you of any conference team?
I don't know if they remind you of any conference team, but the one thing they are is they're very, very long. They're very long. They've got a lot of size on the perimeter, 6'9" settles, so they're big. And we've had to deal with that all season. They have an unbelievable point guard in Hawkins who he can shoot. He shoots 47% from the three, but he's an unbelievable quarterback, very similar to Juan. He gets the ball to the guys in the right position. Dockery is a tremendous shooter for them. Settles, made second team all-conference. Elijah, first team all-conference. So you're playing against a champion. You're playing against a team that knows how to win. You're playing against a team that's older and battle-tested. So we know we're going to get their best shot. And, Coach Blakeney has done a great job. A great job with that program, and they're playing really well right now.
Front row.
Gary Bedore, KC Star. Coach, what's the condition of Coach Self, and do you expect he'll coach tomorrow, and how is he today? And I have a follow-up.
He's doing well today. Was at practice today, was at practice last night in all of our meetings. He's doing well. He's getting better all the time. We're hopeful, and everything is day to day with him. But he if you ask our guys, he got after him pretty good today. So he was doing really well.
And what about Grady Dick and Kevin McCullers' physical condition updates?
Both guys practiced full speed today and had great bounce to them. So they're both doing well.
Stay on the left side on the aisle.
Nick Springer, Rock Chalk Sports Talk. Coach, how much do you think Big 12 conference play has helped prepare your team for making a deep tournament run this year?
Well, in the Big 12, you're going to play against all styles. You'll play against zone, you'll play against man, you'll play against physicality, you'll play against speed, you'll play against size. So you're going to get the gamut of everything. So hopefully that has prepared us for the tournament. It's one of those things that in our league, it was a battle every single night, no matter where you were, home or away, and hopefully that'll help us in the tournament.
Question on the back corner, and then we'll move up there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Eric Olson with the Associated Press. Just wanted to follow up on Coach Self. Was his absence today from the media stuff, is that just because he's just recuperating and tired, or could you just kind of talk about that?
Oh, he's getting his rest. He's getting his rest and that stuff. So maybe he thinks that I talk too much, so he's letting me talk more. So, but he's just back getting some rest right now. He's doing good, though.
I know I'm Will Kennedy with the Des Moines Register. Joseph obviously played in Des Moines for a little bit, played at Drake. I don't want you to speak for Coach Self, but when he entered the transfer portal, what did you guys as a staff see in him to make him want to come to Kansas?
Well, we saw explosiveness, scoring ability. Obviously that dunk he had was the big show of the NCAA tournament that year, and Joe has done good for us. He has done good for us. He supplies a spark off the bench, both offensively and defensively.
Other questions? We have about 4 minutes left here. On the left side, back row.
Dan Lucero, WWW Topeka. Obviously, last year you guys went into the NCAA tournament on the high of having won the Big 12 tournament, used that momentum to win the national championship. This year you come in having lost in the Big 12 championship game. How can you use that, the lessons from that defeat, as a positive and kind of spin that as a positive way to go into the tournament, having learned lessons from loss in that way?
Well, you can do a lot by learning from sometimes failure or a lack of success. And we realized there were some things that we did in those games, or in that game particularly, that we need to get better at. And we didn't defend. We didn't play. We had really played well defensively the first two games. And the last game we did not come out with that mindset. And if you don't come out with that mindset against a good team and a talented team as Texas is, you're going to put yourself behind the eight ball. And we did. And then as the game went on, I thought we got a little fatigued. And then we made some ill-advised mistakes at the end of the shot clock, and they took advantage of it. So give them a lot of credit with what they did. But we've already been able to watch film, look at that, and say, hey, this is where we got to get better.
Any other questions out there for Coach Roberts? In the back row.
Brendan Dworzinski, WIBW Topeka. You mentioned Kevin's feeling better going into this week. How important is it specifically on the defensive end to get him back as soon as possible?
It's huge. It's huge. You're talking about one of the best defensive players in the country in Kevin McCullers. I mean, he can guard a point guard or he can guard a center. Doesn't matter. And the other thing that Kevin does for us is he does so many little things as far as offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, and then he's an extremely good cutter in our offense. So we missed him quite a bit in that game, but we knew he would be out because you got to go for the long haul and that stuff. But he was back today, and he was doing really well.
Time for one more question out there. Anybody? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck tomorrow.
Appreciate it.